Yeah, it'll be 11. About 10 and a half. Try 10 and a half. Yeah.
Well, good afternoon, folks, and welcome to Superior Livestock and Superior Productions Next Stop Auction Block. I'm Katie Kaufman, and as always, next to me is the manager of our Superior's Purebred Division, Mr. Jason Barber, and we are live from Week in the Rockies in Steamboat Springs, Colorado. And when we have a big commercial cattle auction, we have no one other than world champion auctioneer, Mr. Ralph Wade, here on site. So we thought we got to have you on the program. Ralph, good to see you.
Oh, it's always great to be here with you, Katie, and you know, just so much energy going on here at Steamboat this week with all the good cattle that we've got to sell. It's just great to be here.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Jason and I, as you know, this 60-minute program really primarily specializes in talking with a lot of our seed stock operations and our seed stock customers throughout the year. But as we approach the summer season, we've been gearing up for Council Bluffs, Steamboat, Winnemucca, and Sheridan for the last few weeks, and you're going to be on board with us the whole time.
Oh, you bet. Every year, same deal, up and down the road. But it's always great here to come to Steamboat because probably this is one of our bigger sales that we do see more of our seed stock producers. Now, we'll see a lot of them out in Winnemucca also, but more of them from maybe out in that Idaho region and out that direction. But a lot of our Montana, Wyoming, Nebraska seed stock producers, and you know, it's always great to see them because they come out, they're with their customers, they get to see what we do as a program with and for them as far as the breeding in these cattle and the genetics that are being offered today. And you know, I've been with Superior since 1986, I almost said 68, since 86, and you know, just in seeing how it has grown and how the seed stock part of this auction and what it has done for the value in a lot of these calves. You know, we've got our value-added programs, our vaccinations, but when you put both of them hand in hand with the genetics, you can just see the premiums that's being gotten by those deals.
Sure, and we're definitely going to have some of these seed stock producers on the show later today, but we thought it was only fitting to start with Ralph. Of course, we do have the auction going on live behind us, so we just had to find a spot when Ralph's not up there selling.
That's exactly right. Kind of talk about what you're seeing this week in Steamboat. Been a little tougher than we anticipated.
Well, you know, the market's the market, and you know, it's kind of like I've told some of them, it is what it is. You know, anytime you get a situation like we've got, you don't like. I never like to talk about anything negative, but you know, it's true. I mean, we're a little short of moisture in some areas. It's gotten a little hotter. It's gotten a little drier, and there's a lot of concern about the corn production this year, and with where it's at today. But you know, that being said, you know, we were in Council Bluffs here just 2 weeks ago, and talked to some of those corn farmers back there, and the corn crop is in great shape. But anytime you get these factors and you get Chicago involved and you get the rumors that maybe this is going to hurt the corn crop, you know, it can all change with a good rain across there here in the next week or two. You know, it's the other way around. But it always affects the market, and we like to stay positive, of course, and we are positive. And so, yeah, the market's been a little bit down, primarily because the feed cost is going to be higher. But then again, when you factor in the, you know, the genetics and everything we're doing, and we're talking about cattle. I was talking to a gentleman that buys a lot of cattle off of us and feeds a lot of cattle down in the Colorado area, just over east here, and on the bus last night going down to eat with him, and he was telling me how some of these cattle gained over 5 pounds a day last year that he's up here looking to buy, and that all goes back to those genetics. When you can produce that kind of a product that can gain like that, you know, they're going to feed cheaper, so what? If the corn gets a little higher, you just buy better cattle. That's all I can tell you.
Sure. Well, just I was talking to my father-in-law, who's a big corn farmer in Iowa, just a little bit ago, and he actually sold quite a few contracts this morning. So, you know, the high corn prices are having an effect on the market. Today is day 3 of Steamboat, and honestly, it's a lot better today than it was the first 2 days.
Yeah, that's true, and it you know, it can't come down to us to predict what this corn market's going to do. In my lifetime, it seems like every year we make it and lose it about 3 or 4 times before they ever get it in the bin. So, you know, keeping that in mind, you know, I think we need to stay positive in the market that we've got. And again, like we say, when you get a little bit of a down market like this, everybody gets a little bit down, but no reason to. I mean, you know, we're still selling. It's just like this morning. I sell a set of cattle, 750-pound calves with you know, milk on their breath. that bring $1,175 a head. Now, when you can sell a calf for $1,175 a head, if you can't run a ranch doing that, why, probably better figure out another way to do it. Joe.
Sure. Well, just with some of the cattle that haven't sold here, you've seen a lot of them go already on Country Page immediately, but we'll probably also see our sale in Fort Worth here in a couple of weeks be a little bit larger, and then even win a bucket because of that.
You bet. You're right, Jason and Katie. We're coming up with the 13th, I believe, is our next auction, and it very well could see with some of the scratches and some that's gone on that we'll have maybe even a 2-day sale for that deal. I don't know. I haven't talked to Jim about that, but that may be what they're looking at doing. But I know one thing it will do, it's going to enlarge the Winnemucca deal. So you might want to pack an extra shirt and pair of jeans when you head that
exactly
way.
Right. Well, I think too, Ralph, since you have been with the company since 1986, you've been coming to Steamboat. This is our 24th year. What do you love so much about coming here? We have so many buyers and consigners that know you really well, and you have the pleasure to work for them.
Well, it goes back a long ways, Katie, actually, because, I moved to Colorado. I lived here for like 27 years. I moved here like in 1973, I believe it was, won the World's Champion deal in 1974. And I was living in Brush, Colorado, over on the east slope, kind of out in the prairie. And actually, my ancestry, my father and all their family came from Grover, Colorado, and moved back to Missouri. And of course, I was born there, but I didn't stay there long. As quick as I could get my tricycle going, I headed on back out to Colorado. And when I traveled the country in Wyoming and Montana and Colorado and through these mountains up here, and I've always had a soft spot in my heart for them. And I love this country up here, and it's great grass country, it's great cattle country, and it just I've met a lot of these ranchers. Now I'm meeting their sons, which that kind of bothers me a little bit with the gray hair and all. But their fathers that I really got to know, and now they walk up to me and say, "Hey, I'm so and so's son," But it's a great feeling. And I've had the opportunity to work for these ranches, even when I was in Brush, Colorado, and selling livestock markets out here before Superior, and then through my years with Superior, got to know a lot of them, and it's always great to see them.
Great. Well, Ralph, we want to thank you so much for being on Next Stop Auction Block this morning. It's truly an honor to have world champion auctioneer Ralph Wade with us. And I know if you watch RFD at all when you're watching our auctions, he is our lead auctioneer, so it is truly a pleasure.
Just one other thing I want to say about Ralph, since we were actually able to get Ralph over here for a minute, it's truly amazing going out to Winnemucca in these summer sales, seeing these consigners come up to Ralph, just so many people that have seen him on RFD and heard himself for a while, and they honestly think that Ralph walks on water, and he does a great job.
Yeah, he does, and not to maybe get you a new hat size, but Rusty Cordova and I were visiting. He's a longtime rep with Superior, and he said, well, through all the years, everyone says there's auctioneers, and then there's Ralph Wade, so it is truly a pleasure.
Katie, it's a great compliment, and without a doubt, and I, one thing I've tried to remain in all my life and have is to be humble, and I'm humbled by the company that I'm around and the good reps that I have the opportunity to work with. It's kind of like the basketball, football, any kind of game that you're playing or any kind of industry that you're in. It's a team effort, and we've got a team here that really does a great job. From our ring men to Kenny and Trent and Teddy, and everybody compliments everybody, and in what we're doing, and all my life that's just the way it's been. That if you surround yourself with good people, then you'll be a good person too. So it'll make you shine, and I've always believed that. I've seen it in life, and so just surround yourself with good people.
Wasn't this an honor?
It was.
I love
Great
it.
honor,
I wish you
Ralph.
could be on every week, so thank you so much.
Well, it's a pleasure being on. I'd be on every week if I could. Just keep those cards and letters coming in.
All right, folks, when we come back, we have a jam-packed show with great guests from all over the country, from seed stock operations even to another auctioneer. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Express Ranches, located in Yukon, Oklahoma, is ranked as the largest seed stock producer in the United States by the National Cattlemen's Beef Association. Express Ranches currently has 5 production sales year-round, along with an annual replacement female sale partnering with Superior Livestock Auction during Express's big event. Let Express be your destination for your next herd sire or foundation female. Call Express today for more information, and we'll see you at the next sale.
It's that time again. The Superior Fall Family Horse Auction is now accepting consignments for auction on Saturday, November 3rd at noon Central on RFD TV. We're looking for the best ranch horses, rope horses, top-notch used horses, and even those great performance horses. If you have a horse that deserves to be marketed on national television, call Superior Productions and reserve your spot today at 800-431-4452 or log on to superiorlivestock.com. Superior Livestock Auction's brand new website is up and running. It's bigger, better, easy to navigate, and has up-to-the-minute information on our livestock auctions, market reports, and online video catalogs. Learn more about the American Rancher, Superior Sunrise, and the production crew. Are you interested in buying or selling through Superior Livestock? Well, visit our new website to learn more at superiorlivestock.com.
Well, welcome back. We're now joined by Sam Lorenzen of Lorenzen Ranches in Pendleton, Oregon. You hear Jason and I speak of Sam and his dad and everyone up there in Pendleton often, so we're glad to have him on the program. Sam, thanks for being here.
It's great to be here. My name's Sam Lorenzen, and I'm a third-generation seed stock rancher here in Pendleton, Oregon. My family's been raising Red Angus and composite bulls for nearly 60 years now, and we offer over 300 bulls every February. And we offer a lot more than just selling a bull. We offer a whole program. What we do every year is we purchase over 1,000 head of our customers' calves and feed them out all the way with our alliance with Beef Northwest. And what that allows us to do is know how our cattle are doing in all aspects. You know, we can hear from our customers how the calving ease is going and how the weaning weights and yearling weights. But what most seed stock guys don't know is how their customers' cattle kill. And that's why we do that every year. And what we've noticed over the years with our customers is they experience a 10 to 15% increase in their choice to select spread by using our bulls over a period of time. Our cow herd is run very similar to most commercial outfits. Our cows calve out on open range. They're expected calve unassisted. We expect them to have very minimal input costs or inputs into their cow production. They summer out anywhere from 4,000 to 8,000 feet, and they're expected to come back bred every fall and wean off a good-sized bull calf.
Sure.
I feel like we don't even need to ask questions. Sam's
No,
just on a roll, huh?
Yes, but like Sam said, they're really a total package operation because they sell bulls to the commercial cattlemen. They buy those calves back, so they know how their bulls are going to perform for people. And one thing that you'll notice here at Steamboat or at any of our large commercial cattle sales this summer, you're going to see Superior Progressive Genetics logo up there with Lorenzen Ranches right next to it, and it's going to help those calves bring a premium. I know I've seen y'all's logo several times yesterday. I'm sure it'll be on the screen quite a bit today as well. But
you know, that when I was talking about how feeding these cattle out and these buyers, they know that these cattle do well. And so when they see that Lorenzen emblem, that's why you see a lot of our customers' cattle topping these superior sales, because they know that these cattle do well all the way through.
And it's always nice seeing Sam in the crowd raising his hand a bit.
Yeah,
that is right. Especially too. I think I first met you in Winnemucca maybe last year, but really that's where a lot of Red Angus cattle sell for us with Superior. And like Jason just said, I mean, you're actively bidding on cattle that were sired by your bulls.
Yes, we try to. You know, we can't buy them all, but we definitely try to get a good sampling every year, and it helps us promote our program and our customers' program. So if we don't always win, but you know, we always try to be in there competing, trying to get those cattle.
I think that says so much as a seed stock operation, and Jason, you'll kind of touch on this also, but really explain the importance and what you like so much about Superior Progressive Genetics and what Superior offers for a seed stock operation like yourself.
What's nice for us with Superior compared to other marketing tools is Superior does a really good job of recognizing the seed stock outfits out there that are really emphasizing their genetics, you know, whether that's carcass traits, feed efficiency, you know, weaning, yearling weights, and they really set the standard for, you know, these guys that are selling calves, and by setting that progressive genetics out there, they had to these producers, they had to really strive to get these good bulls to get that Progressive Genetics emblem on their calves, and it's obviously worth the premium every year.
Sure. Well, I think Progressive Genetics helps Superior stay in front of their competitors. We're the only video marketing service that has something like this, and especially if you look at our list of breeders who participated in that, I mean, it's the A-list in the industry. It's obviously Progressive seed stock producers because they realize the value in assisting their customers when they market their calves with us. But it's another value-added program. This last year we saw a premium of, I believe, $1.82 or 83 per hundredweight, and it's something that will continue to grow each year. But sure appreciate y'all being a part of it, and we'll see what it does for the rest of you this summer. I know in Winnemucca is when we're really going to see a lot of Lorenz and Ranches on the screen.
Yes,
I guess you'll be in Winnemucca.
Yes, we will be there. So
Yeah.
anyways, well, I appreciate it.
Great. And can we see Lorenz and Ranches, you think, in years to come with Superior?
Yes, you will. It's what was really great. This was our second year doing our bull sale through Superior, and it really gives us national publicity that we don't get by just having it at the ranch bull sale. You know, we're sending cattle to areas of the country that we've never sent, as far as down to Texas, into the Southeast, into the Midwest, and those are normally places that we just don't normally get to just because of sheer, being able to see what's out there. And so it's really helped us as a marketing tool, is being able to market more bulls and into new operations.
Sure. Well, of course, my family has a few sales each year with Superior, but one thing that I always say about it that I really like about Superior is past just having people bid on sale day, there's people that call up that saw you online or on RFD afterwards that still need bulls.
Yes, that's right. So it's definitely been a great added marketing tool for our operation.
Great. Well, Sam, thank you for joining us
Thank
and
you.
giving us
Appreciate
a
it.
little more insight into Lorenz and Ranches. You'd be proud because Jason and I do talk about you.
I appreciate
pretty
that.
often, but we look forward to seeing you in Winnemucca.
You too. Thank you.
All right, folks, when we come back, another guest.
Express Ranches, located in Yukon, Oklahoma, is ranked as the largest seed stock producer in the United States by the National Cattlemen's Beef Association. Express Ranches currently has 5 production sales year-round, along with an annual replacement female sale partnering with Superior Livestock Auction during Express's big event. Let Express be your destination for your next herd sire or foundation female. Call Express today for more information, and we'll see you at the next sale.
It's that time again. The Superior Fall Family Horse Auction is now accepting consignments for our auction on Saturday, November 3rd at noon Central on RFD TV. We're looking for the best ranch horses, rope horses, top-notch used horses, and even those great performance horses. If you have a horse that deserves to be marketed on national television, call Superior Productions and reserve your spot today at 800-431-4452 or log on to superiorlivestock.com.
Well, welcome back to Auction Block, folks. Like we said at the top of the show, we're here live at the Week in the Rockies in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, for our commercial auction season for Superior Livestock Auction. So we've been gathering all kinds of folks to sit down with us, and now we have Mr. Mitch Rohr with Spruce Mountain Ranch. So Mitch, Jason, I want to thank you so much for coming on the program today.
Thank you guys for having me.
Well, Mitch was actually a first-time client with us this spring. They've got a heck of an Angus operation here in Colorado. I know they've been in the business for a while, but you want to go ahead and tell us about your operation?
Yes, Jason, we run about 1,000 head on our place. It's a registered Angus operation. We had our first annual bull sale this past spring through Superior Auctions. It was a great event for us. We sold about 100 bulls, 18-month-old bulls. We used Superior and partnered up with them for the simple fact of getting a broader base for our clientele. We raise about 100, 150 bulls a year is what we sell, even through our private treaty sales, to get out to our commercial cow-calf producers and help them on days like today and all week at different sales, whether it's Winnemucca, here, Sheridan, Denver, to support them and helping their bottom line with our genetics.
Sure. 1,000 cows is a lot of cows.
It's a lot of cows. I mean, those are scattered out over 2 ranches. We've got 4 employees, all really good cow guys that can go out to the public and also do a lot of PR with our customers and interact with them, help them with some different ideas on marketing avenues as long with nutrition and breeding. We also have a couple cooperator herds in Nebraska and Missouri that we do a lot of embryo transfer work to help propagate the better genetics of our herd.
Sure. I guess here last year at Steamboat, I saw that y'all had a booth, and it was actually the first time that I've been up here during the week in the Rocky Cell. I feel like I've always got something else going on this time of year, but obviously y'all see the value and the importance in coming out to Steamboat and marketing your program to a lot of these cow-calf producers that are here to watch their cattle sell.
Absolutely. It's a time for us to see the benefits of what our genetics do from a dollar standpoint and also a people standpoint. We get to sit in here with our customers and watch their cattle sell, and we want them to do well, and we want to enjoy that experience with them and let them know that we do care about their bottom line and what their genetics, as we pass them on to them, what they're doing for the dollar figure at the end of the day and their bottom line. So being up here, spending time with them, getting to know them, building that relationship, we all have to have a good product out there, but it really comes down to the people. You got to have good people in front to work together, and they'll do business with you if they like you and they know that you're there for their best interest as well.
Well, I know our guy John Anderson, Montana, has been out to your ranch and was there at your cell, and I haven't been there, but I've seen the video of the bulls, and I know y'all certainly offer some good quality genetics, and I sure expect to see a lot of your customers selling here on Steamboat in the future, see a Spruce Mountain logo on screen for Superior Progressive Genetics while those calves are selling.
It's a continual process that we want to keep putting out there and networking to let people know that our genetics, all the 50K data that we've collected, all the other data that we've also collected through ultrasound, EPDs, all the weights you take, little things that we do to ensure that those genetics are the best that we can possibly do. And having those genetics and that kind of data played out there, and the more we get on the screen is more information for those buyers as well as our sellers to have more predictability and uniformity in their calf crop, maybe to feed out more efficiently as we get into some high input times, even though the market is really good right now, but the high input costs that are laid out there, we have to be able to do it more efficiently and still get the same product. And this data that we collect hopefully helps not only our customer that buys bulls from us, but also the buyer that buys cattle through this sale to feed those cattle out and have that end product go to the consumer.
Well, for our viewers that don't know about the 50K, I mean, that's genomics, it's EPDs that are genomically enhanced. So instead of waiting for so many calf crops to really get some accuracy on those sires and parents that you're using, this really helps speed the process up, correct?
It's an amazing tool, but it's only a tool in our toolbox. It's another thing that we can use to help identify maybe some really good genetics, whether it's based on performance, carcass merit, maternal, docility. And we feel like those genomics are something that takes environment completely out of the equation, and it basically sticks your neck out there to say, hey, this is what you're breeding, this is what these animals potentially could do. Again, it's just a tool. We have to utilize it that way. It's not the whole thing, and it's only going to go to that direction. But for the most part, we feel it's a very well enhanced tool that we can use to help make better predictions and better decisions, not only in our breeding but also in our feeding operation.
Yeah. Well, I think too, Mitch, since this is your first year on board coming on with Superior Productions, really talk about why you decided to come on board with Superior, and if we have some potential seed stock operations that are on the fence, what made you come over with us?
First off, it's going to be the people. Everybody has to have a good product to back up, but it's the people that you work with day in and day out, the people that are there to help give you some ideas, look at things from a different angle to help maybe make your operation a little better. And we have to have an open mind and not be tunnel visioned when it comes to marketing our cattle, because basically everybody is a competitor in our business. It's just people want to buy from people they trust and they like, and they know that there's a product behind them, and then it's keeping those people. And so we teamed up with Superior to give us a broader range of potential buyers, along with the buyers that we've already had that we come up and sit down through the sales with and help them show our support because they've been supporting us with buying the genetics that we've been raising.
Sure. I really believe at the end of the day, it is a people business.
Absolutely. It's a people business in almost any business anymore, but in the cattle business more so. We're changing generations, and we're able to get more global. We're able to get more mobile as far as how we go about things, how we market cattle, how we see cattle, where we feed cattle. And so when it comes down to people and you like who you're dealing with and you can get along with people and you can get those ideas to make it a better product at the end of the day, it's going to come down to people.
So you're saying John Andrus is okay?
John is absolutely at the top of my list.
Okay, good. Good. Well, careful. Let's not give too much credit to John there. But lastly, I'm not sure if you said at the top of the segment, talk about where your 2 ranches are and where people can get more information.
Excuse me. Our headquarter ranch, which I call our storefront, which is where a lot of our sales take place, is just north of Colorado Springs, between Palmer Lake and Larkspur, west of I-25. It's about 450 acres. That's where a lot of our sale cattle, a lot of our donors, people come to see, some of the top-end genetics and what we've been trying to propagate. Those are the cattle that are going to be there. Our East Ranch, which is what I call our factory, it's going to be about an hour northeast of there, north of Kiowa, Colorado, about 15 miles. It's a 16,000 acre ranch, short grass, very dry country, and kind of rugged country. There's some canyons, some hills. Elevation, we still sit somewhere between 5,600 and 6,200 feet on that elevation at the East Ranch. Those cows have to prove to us the production before they can come over to the sale facility to get marketed or to go out into the public at our market. We do concentrate a little bit more on maybe high altitude cattle and the pap testing. So we try to overcome some of the roadblocks that are portrayed in the business, especially in the Intermountain area or the Rocky Mountain area, to help ensure our customers and make them feel comfortable with the genetics they buy. And then we're going to run it with 100% guarantee as well. So between the 2 ranches, and we have some other lease ground as well, but between those 2 places and the guys involved, everybody's input is very, very important to us.
Great.
So.
Well, we certainly want to thank you, Mitch, for coming on the program today. And folks, I know that Mitch he'll be humble when he talks about the ranch, but I know Jason and I can certainly agree that Spruce Mountain Ranch is a beautiful, beautiful facility. And if you are in the area near Colorado Springs, I'm sure your gates are open.
All the time. All the time. We love for people to stop by and we welcome them. So
great. Well, thank you again. And folks, when we come back, we'll have another special guest. Stay with us. Well, welcome back to the show, folks. Like we've said from the top of the program, we're having all kinds of special guests on, and these 2 are certainly no exception. We have Jennifer Noble with the Red Angus Association of America, along with Willie Altenberg. He is the Vice President of Beef Marketing at GenX. So, folks, we want to thank you so much for coming on the program today.
Katie, thanks for having us.
Yeah, good to be here.
Well, let's first, Jennifer, we'll first visit with you about the Red Angus Association of America. They hear us talk about you quite often, but kind of give a synopsis of who you are and what you do for the company.
Well, my title at Red Angus is Communications Director, but we work with a group of people there, and I'm not sure titles matter. We're all there to work for our members and capture the value in Red Angus cattle.
Well, one thing about the Red Angus Association that I'll say right now is they understand the value of their breeders, and they promote as an association as well for their breeders as anybody. You sure see them doing a lot of marketing with Superior. You'll see them on the back cover of a lot of the sale catalogs. You see them on banner ads on screen during these sales, but as far as just a total package marketing effort, they really do a good job.
We do. Red Angus believes that in order to build the breed and continue to grow the critical mass of the breed, we have to be there to offer products and services for our commercial customers. From our feeder calf certification program to the added value programs that Red Angus offers, it's a great opportunity for us to bring good quality cattle to Superior and offer our customers a way to sell cattle at a value.
Well, I know that shortly we'll be seeing all of those elite cattle at the Winnemucca auction. All of you are there for the week-long auction, and we certainly love having you.
Absolutely. Superior continues to offer an avenue for our cattlemen to sell cattle and then spread the Red Angus message across the country and receive the value that they need to get for those cattle. And Winnemucca is a great opportunity to do that.
We love Winnemucca. But now, Willie, let's visit with you a little bit. Talk about Gen X and what you all offer and what you want to relay to our customers in Superior.
Well, Gen X is one of the leading artificial insemination companies in the United States and worldwide for that matter. Red Angus is one of our top selling breeds, by the way. We through our company, offer what we call chute-side service. We, through our representatives, artificially inseminate a lot of heifers and cows in the United States. And that's been the natural joint venture between Superior and us. The large herds is what we want to reach. And so when I talked to Jim Odell, it's actually been several years ago, before we developed this just recently, our plan is simple. We want to help our customers sell their cattle for a premium because we think they're premium cattle. And then Superior will help us find more herds to reach with better genetics. So the plan and the marriage between Superior is pretty simple.
What drew you to Gen X? I know that your background in the cattle industry is pretty vast and you've been in it a long time.
Well, I have a passion for the artificial insemination and beef industry, and I've been in it all my career, over 40 years. And I just love to be able to help producers improve their cattle genetics. It's pretty simple. I mean, I just enjoy helping producers be able to see the improvement they can make with artificial insemination.
Great.
Well, I'd like to say the marketing initiative with Gen X is already starting to really pay off. Trent Stewart, who we're going to have on later in the show, is someone who's actually got a lot of lots of cattle that he'll be selling this summer through this initiative. Jim Davis will have a few too, but it's something you'll see on lots selling on Superior Livestock when they are out of Gen X sires. You'll see some video of the sire and of course Gen X on the screen. So I think it's something that will continue to progress with Superior.
We're excited to be working with Superior. They're a great, we call them a great outfit, and we think we are too, and we think it's a great marriage.
Sure. Well, one other thing that our audience probably doesn't know is Jennifer's your daughter, and it's always great to see great families in the agriculture industry, and obviously these two are no exception.
That is exactly right. We want to thank you, Willie, with Gen X, and Jennifer with Red Angus Association
Thank you, guys.
of America, coming on the program. Partnerships that we love and adore here at Superior Livestock, and we're glad that you can be here in Steamboat.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
All right, folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Well, welcome back, folks. We are now joined by another special guest, another seed stock operation, Mr. Ryan Ludvigson. And Ryan, thank you so much for being on the program today.
Sure, I'm glad to be here. Great to be in Steamboat.
That's right. I know we've had all these guests on, and we all have so much fun in Steamboat Springs. It's a little bit cooler usually, but we'll let it slide this year.
Yeah, it's a little warm everywhere this year.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Well, Livestock Farms, a great Red Angus outfit. Ryan's family, they're actually first-time clients of Superior. Y'all had your first production cell broadcast with Superior this spring. We've got more to come this fall. We see you a lot on Progressive Genetics at Livestock Stock Farms. Logo shows up a lot on screen. But go ahead and just give us an overview of your operation, your cow herd, your marketing strategies, and all that.
Sure, Jason, thanks. Yeah, we're based in Billings, Montana, and we run a Red Angus cow herd there in Montana and sell really throughout most of the West and kind of the Middle Plains to several Superior customers and things like that. We've had a really great relationship with, as far as people selling on Superior, and our cattle are built to really kind of run in the high plains and into the bigger areas in the western United States.
Well, I've got to say, Dell's production sale this year, that was one of the best looking sets of cattle we sold. I mean, phenotypically, these are great looking cattle. They sold great. It's one of the best Red Angus sales I've ever seen. I know I was in our Fort Worth office and I had a buyer on the phone, and I don't think I'm exaggerating much by saying he probably bid on the first 10 to 15 lots and went up to $12,000-$14,000 before he finally got one later on in the sale. But had great bulls in the front end, but the quality stayed there through the entire sale, and not to discourage other buyers, because there were bulls in everyone's range.
Absolutely, Jason. We sell a lot of bulls to a lot of other seed stock operations around the United States, but really the heart of our business is that we sell commercial bulls to outfits large and small throughout the United States, and we sell a lot of bulls in many price ranges, and we like to supply really good, rugged kind of cattle that can hold up in big environments.
Sure. Tell us about y'all's calving program and how you develop your bulls and get them ready to sell.
Our bulls are developed in a really high roughage ration in large pens and things like that. The cattle, do really well when they get out into, pasture type environments after they've went through their performance testing. No, we work really with, people that have to make the cattle work in big rugged environments, and so the bulls are developed with that in mind.
Sure. And folks, for y'all watching us here at Steamboat Springs this week, while we got the sale going on, Ryan's also got a booth here. You'll have a booth in Winnemucca as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely, in Sheridan, I hope to, in August as well.
Great.
So
Great.
we really appreciate working with Superior, and we think it's a great organization.
Great. And what made you finally make the move over to Superior? Not to put you on the spot.
No. I've seen how well it's worked for our customers selling cattle and things like that, as far as getting a national audience. And so that's why we decided we were at the point where we wanted to develop a much larger audience, and that's why we went with Superior.
Well, we love it. We love having you on board, and thank you for taking time today to visit with us on Auction Block.
Appreciate being here with you.
And folks, once again, this was Mr. Ryan Ludvigsen of Ludvigsen Stock Farms, and if you are in the need of great Red Angus cattle, look no further. They have a great variety. Stay tuned. We'll be back right after this.
It's that time again. The Superior Fall Family Horse Auction is now accepting consignments for our auction on Saturday, November 3rd at noon Central on RFD TV. We're looking for the best ranch horses, rope horses, top-notch using horses, and even those great performance horses. If you have a horse that deserves to be marketed on national television, call Superior Productions and reserve your spot today at 800-431-4452 or log on to superiorlivestock.com. Join Superior Livestock Auction all summer long at our biggest cattle auctions of the year. Mark your calendars now. June 7th and 8th will be in Council Bluffs, Iowa for our Corn Belt Classic, followed by the largest family reunion in the cattle business, Week in the Rockies in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, June 25th through the 29th. Let's not forget about our good friends in our western region as we take over the town of Winnemucca, Nevada for a full week of fun July 23rd through the 27th. How about taking a trip to the Bighorn Mountains in beautiful Wyoming? Superior Livestock will be having our annual Bighorn Classic in Sheridan, Wyoming, August 13th through the 17th. Lastly, our Labor Day auction will wind up the summer season from Denver, Colorado, September 5th through the 7th. For more information, log on to superiorlivestock.com, and we'll see you this summer.
I've got some customers that have cattle ready all the time, and we were trying to find a faster way to clean out their traps and be able to sell their cattle for them. And we listed some on the country page, and they already had a reputation of selling cattle. And some guys came on and bought them, and said, hey, that worked pretty good.
The country page is really good for being able to take advantage of upswings in the market. Just being able to sell our cattle or getting them available for sale immediately, because the market changes so fast nowadays.
Usually within an hour, I can call the office and I can have those cattle up. The cattle are highly represented and they're highly visible on the country page.
And the more people that see it, the better off that we're going to be able to market our cattle better, to get a better price for them and get the fairest price for our cattle mainly.
So far so good, and I'm glad Superior added the country page to one of their ways of marketing cattle.
Well, folks, as you can see from our program today, we've had a great group of guests on the show, and we're going to end with someone very special as well. We started the program with World Champion Auctioneer Ralph Wade, and now we're going to end the show with World Champion Auctioneer Mr. Trent Stewart from Oregon. Thanks for being on the program today, Trent.
Thank you very much for having me, Katie.
And Trent's on a lot of our summer auction season sales. You'll see him come in throughout the middle of the week and really help us sell our western region.
Trent's an auctioneer who, like you said, we see him on the summer SLA sales, but Trent's really an up-and-coming auctioneer on the seed stock side of things. Really quite a few big sales you're part of now, and I've actually been to quite a few where you've sold them as well, and know that you do as good of a job as anybody out there. And I was actually, about the first time I met Trent was when the World Livestock Auctioneer Championship was in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and Trent was actually reigning world champion that year.
My goodness.
Yeah, I've been fortunate, and I've been surrounded with good people, and moreover, good cattle. So I feel very fortunate to be able to represent a lot of the Western cattle, Western-based cattle, and the cattle that have been bred by a lot of those production outfits throughout the West, not only here at Steamboat, but in the weeks to come at Sheridan and Winnemucca as well.
I think, too, what's so neat about Trent is as an up-and-coming auctioneer, obviously a world champion, but you really pride yourself on getting to know genetics of cattle and seed stock operations, which some auctioneers have that knowledge, but you go really in-depth into what you're selling.
Well, like anything, the old Latin phrase, age quod ages, and anything you do your best, and you always have a job. With that being said, they want to know how good these cattle are. Genetics make a difference. Right now we have a $17 spread between choice and select carcasses. The boxes are at record highs, so we're talking about well over $100 a head, in value just in carcass merit when these cattle perform on the rail. So there's a lot of value there. These gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen that are feeding these cattle need to know the difference.
And on top of Trent being a great auctioneer for us, he also reps quite a few cattle that you'll see on these sales this summer.
I'm fortunate, again, to work for some customers right there in Central Oregon.
You're being so humble.
Well, they're great outfits, and they've endured a lot of, some of these ranches are nearing 100 years, in their existence. So I feel very fortunate to work for, a nice ranch that has been held together, and they've selected a lot of genetics throughout the years and had to perform in some very efficient, maybe lean years and in the decades before. Now they're getting to really reap the benefits of this fantastic market. And I feel very lucky to be able to name on the bottom that says Trent Stewart, get to show up on delivery day and have fun. Everybody's been smiling a lot in the last couple of years.
We'll, on top of being here at Steamboat, we'll see you out at Winnemucca, and that's a sale you'll have quite a few cattle yourself on there, right?
We will. We'll probably have the highest percentage of our calves on that, just because regionally, they're per capita, there's more Western-based calves on that sale. A really nice offering of calves that are weaned or come off the high desert. A lot of big strings of Nevada cattle that have a lot of condition, or I should say a lack thereof. A tremendous set of grass cattle, and for those, there's some big cattle, don't get me wrong, and some feeder weight cattle, but there are big strings of stalker cattle. The sale's very well represented by the great state of California in terms of buyers, and a lot of cattle go to wheat as well and into the Columbia Basin, the bigger classes of feeder cattle. But moreover, as a whole, just a really nice set of weaned cattle in Winnemucca that carry a lot of genetics and condition.
Sure. One thing that I always say about the Winnemucca sale is they get such a great collection of not only buyers but seed stock producers who come out there and promote their operation. We've obviously had several on the show today that are here promoting here, and a few of them will actually be at Winnemucca also. But as far as going to a sale that you really have buyers, consigners, just seed stock producers, everyone, Winnemucca's as good as it gets.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate being involved in it, and you saying that. You're absolutely right. There's some great strings of cattle, some foundation outfits, some foundation purebred outfits and seed stock producers as well. They're representing some big strings of cattle in Winnemucca, and it's nice that they're dedicated to their business, and they're there to represent their customer. Their customer has come and invested in $5,000 and $6,000 bulls. They're going to show up in Winnemucca and help them sell them.
Well, I'm looking forward to getting out there.
Yes, yeah, me too. We want to thank you so much for being on the program. We know you got to get back up on the block and sell, but before we let you go, talk to us about why you became a rep with Superior Livestock and why you believe in marketing the cattle the Superior way.
Well, I think it's the greatest auction in the world, and I'm a true believer in price discovery. With the buyer base that Superior Livestock has, and the way that they put on their sales, the way that their IT department works, the extra involvement that you guys have, the American Rancher, the promotion is there. It's all marketing, and I think that they're obviously the largest livestock auction market in the world. or in the nation. I would guess maybe the world.
We can go ahead and
They
say
do
that.
a very, very professional job. I wanted to be part of this team at all levels. I mean, from the way they put their catalogs together to sale day, right down to delivery. They're, again, solid as a rock and definitely a cornerstone in the industry. I'm proud to be a Superior representative and auctioneer.
Great. Well, we're glad to have you on board. So thank you again for coming on Auction Block today.
Thank you, Katie. Jason, appreciate you having me.
We're honored.
And folks, as you can see, we had a great group of guests on the program today, and we want to thank all of you so much for joining us, and we will see you right back here next week. Thanks again.
Thanks. See you next time.